Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, and we all know what that means. It's story time with Kim. My name is Don Ritchie, and I'm filling in for Kim this morning. I prepared for you the following: a few puns for you, then a joke, and then a tale. What happened to the man running behind the car? He was exhausted. What happened to the man running in front of the car? He was tired. What's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. A man boasts to a friend about his new hearing aid. It's the most expensive one I've ever had. It cost $8,500. His friend asks, "What kind is it?" The braggart answers, "4:30." A group of frogs were hopping contentedly through the woods, going about their froggy business, when two of them fell into a deep pit. All of the other frogs gathered around the pit to see what could be done to help their friends. When they saw how deep the pit was, the rest of the dismayed group agreed that it was hopeless and told the two frogs in the pit they should prepare themselves for their fate, because they were as good as dead. Unwilling to accept this terrible fate, the two frogs began to jump with all of their might. Some of the frogs shouted into the pit that it was hopeless, and that the two frogs wouldn't have been in that situation if they had been more careful, more obedient to the froggy rules, and more responsible. The other frogs continued sorrowfully shouting that they should save their energy and give up, since they were already as good as dead. The frogs continued jumping as hard as they could, and after several hours of desperate effort were quite weary. However, one of the frogs collapsed from exhaustion and died. Upon seeing this, the other frog continued to jump with every ounce of energy he had, even through his body was racked with pain, and he was completely exhausted. His companions began anew, yelling for him to accept his fate, stop the pain, and just die. The weary frog jumped harder and harder, and wonder of wonders, finally leapt so high that he sprang from the pit. Amazed, the other frogs celebrated his miraculous freedom, and then gathering around him, asked, "Why did you continue jumping when we told you it was impossible?" Reading their lips, the astonished frog explained to them that he was deaf, and that when he saw their gestures and apparent shouting, he thought they were cheering him on. What he perceived as encouragement inspired him to try even harder and to succeed against all odds. This simple froggy tale contains a powerful lesson. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. After all, didn't Jesus express his love for us by dying, rising, and ascending? Well, as Kim would say, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.